Hello everyone, I'm Laurel and welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I work mostly in UV resin and I create jewelry. On occasion I'll make something else, and I do also put my artwork in once in a while. So I thought today would be a great day to make some kind of springtime earrings. And so what I have is this mold with dangle earrings. So there's several options to choose from. I also have this teeny tiny mold that has strawberries and little flowers in it. So I'm going to try to make a pair of earrings for springtime with the strawberries and the flowers. I have pink colorant, red colorant, and white colorant. 3 mixing bowls, mixing utensil, and of course my KISREL UV resin. Love this resin. It's a great product. It really is. I'm not sponsored by them, but I love KISREL. So for the strawberries, oops, I kind of made a mess already. I'm just going to use a little bit. And then I'm going to add a touch of red. Just a drop. I don't want so much colorant in there that it's opaque. I want it more translucent so it'll be easy to cure. And then for the strawberries, we're just going to drop it in there because these molds are so tiny. And then you just kind of push it around until it goes into all the little spaces. Now, since I'm making a pair of earrings, I may need to make more of these. I'm not really sure. Okay, so all I need now is a baby wipe so I can just clean this off. And then next I'm going to make those, oops, there's a little strawberry right there that I missed. I'm going to make some white. And that's going to be for the flowers. I put 2 drops in there. Because the white is doesn't really show that much for some reason. But again, I just want it, I don't want it opaque. I want it translucent. Okay, so now I'm going to use my lighter just to make sure there's no bubbles. I do see a few. And then I'm going to cure this for 60 seconds, turn it over and cure it for another 60 seconds. So while that is curing, I'm going to mix up the color that I'm going to use as the base color of the earring. I want to mix up enough. I'm going to use this one and this one, so I want to make sure I have enough for both. And that will be pink. So let's start with one drop first. I just want a hint of color. Possibly another drop, so I'll try that. Just one more. I don't want it to be too pink. I want the strawberries to stand out. Okay, I think that is perfect. Let me show you the color. It's just very, very pale. And I will get those bubbles out in a second. But first, let me show you the strawberries. They're so cute. Now I may have to make up another batch so I have enough for both earrings. And I'm just going to remove all these. Those are so cute. Because I think I can use all of them in here and the flowers. So we will see. All right. Oops. Had a flower stuck to me. All right, so I'm going to use my hot air gun on this and then I'll be right back. All right, so I filled up to make a second bunch of flowers and strawberries, and I'll put those under the light for 60 seconds. Don't forget to turn them over and do the back side for 60 seconds also, just so that they're cured all the way through. Okay, so now we can get started. I'm just going to get a piece of tape. I'm just using masking tape. And I'm just going to make sure this is all clean. I don't want any dust in here or any kind of little leftover or something or others from the last time I used it. And then I'm just going to pour some in so it spreads out. Now, as you can see, these do not have holes in this particular earring, which that is fine because I'm just going to put a bigger jump ring around this area, and then I'm going to put the earring hook on. Okay, and I'm just going to spread this around a little bit. Now when you're lifting it up so that it spreads around, don't pull it up too high. You don't want to spill all over your mold. Alright, so now we can start placing them. And I'm just going to get my tweezers. And I'm going to get another baby wipe just in case I need it. And I'm just going to drop them in there. Now if you want, you can add some little dots on there for your strawberries. I was thinking about that. That might be nice. So let me just show you what I mean. Let's see. I just have to find a marker just to show you. Now you have the green up at the top and then you have the little dots, so you can just put in the little dots like that if you like. If you don't like it, after you do that, you can take them out by just wiping them off. It'll come right off. As long as you do it right away. Don't wait until it really is dry. So you could do that. It's just an option. I don't know if I really like that because I want it delicate looking. But then I don't know if you can really tell those are strawberries in there. Oops, don't want to lose any. And then I want to get some flowers also in here. And the smaller flowers, oops. Oops. I can't get it turned over. And then the smaller flowers you can place up higher. Because they'll fit in those smaller areas. And you don't have to fill the entire piece with the flowers and the strawberries. It's all up to you what you want to put in there. And then these little ones. So actually, all of them fit in there quite nice. But I do see that I kind of want to move these around a bit. Maybe get this flower and move, I don't know. Whatever way you like it, it's just fine. And then you can submerge them. A little one. And I might shove this one up here and then move this flower over here and then this one here. That looks nice. And then we can just turn it over to the other side so we can work on this side. And you can follow the same pattern that you have on there, or you could just randomly place the flowers in and the strawberries. And then the teeny tiny one. Go in there and just submerge them. We still have another layer to put on top, so okay, looks good. There will be another thin layer that goes on top of this, so it's going to be very thin. And then just make sure you clean off your tweezers really well. And then we can cure these for 180 seconds, turn it over and cure it for another 180 seconds. Okay, so now they just need a top coat, just a thin one. I'll just wipe that off. So I'm just going to use my tool to help spread it. I don't want these earrings very thick. They're very thin earrings, so I'm just making sure That this spreads all the way around. I don't miss anything. And then make sure also that all your strawberries and flowers are covered up. Now you can see them. I said it's very delicate, and you can see the strawberries and you can see the flowers, but like I said, I made it so it's delicate looking. Make sure there's no bubbles. I will make another pair off camera, and I will use I'll make the details on the strawberries and on the flowers, and then that way I can show you the difference. But you'll see that at the end of the video. So now I'm just going to cure this for another 180 seconds, and then I'll be right back. So now we can remove them from the mold. You can see how pretty they are. And let's see, I have two different jump rings. I have an 8mm and a 10mm. I think the 8mm should work fine. And I also have some fishhook earrings and of course my pliers. So first we're going to open this to the side. Put it around your earring, place your earring hook on, and then close it up. Make sure those two ends meet. You don't want to lose your earring. And then do the same, open to the side, place your piece on. Oops. Place your earring hook. And then close it up. And there you have a really pretty pair of strawberry and flower earrings. And you can see how delicate the strawberries look. Now some people might not know what they are. They might just see the flowers and they might see just the specks of red. But still, all in all, oops. All in all, they are very, very pretty. So I will show you in a little bit what I have created with the leftover resin, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now the second pair is done, and that's the one that I did the little accents on the flowers and on the strawberries. So you have this one, which is just a delicate look of a strawberry and a flower. And this one, you can see the strawberries a little bit better because I did the little accents on there for the seeds and the leaves. And on the flowers, I did an outline of white around the whole flower. And then it's got a green center. Now, I did that. And then when I was done, I still had a lot of pink left over. So I decided to make another pair of earrings. And these are the earrings I made. And this was just all with leftover, and then I just used some flower sequins. So if you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and press the bell for notifications of upcoming videos. In the description box below, you'll find a link to my Etsy shop, which is Creations by Laurel, and you'll also find links to the supplies I used, and links to my jewelry, my art, and my photography. Thank you again for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.